won't get any sort of barrier replaced, and it's just going to make Border Patrol's job harder because it's going to spread out where they have to collect and engage people that are coming across.
Nichols added he's invited both President Biden and Governor Hobbs to come visit the border in Yuma, where he says most people are coming through. Heidi Hommel, KTAR News. Be sure and tune in to KTAR.
Because President Biden has shown so much interest in our border here in Arizona. Get real.
Right here at 92.3 FM, KTAR News app, or online at KTAR.com. Arizona Department of Public Safety Director Colonel Heston Silbert is retiring from his post on Friday. Silbert has served as the head of DPS since April 2020. He tells the Mike Broomhead Show Governor Katie Hobbs played a role in his decision to retire.
Hobbs came in, and I think they want to build their team, and I think people need to understand and respect that as I do.
He's not sure what's next after his 34-year career in law enforcement. For now, he thanks the men and women he has served for their dedication.
Arizona law enforcement is unique. I say we're uniquely Arizona, and I think we're the best and the most professional the nation has to offer.
Griselda Satino, KTAR News.
In an interview with KTAR News after winning the November election, Governor Katie Hobbs reiterated a pledge she made on abortions.
I said on the campaign trail that I'd call a special session on day one to repeal Arizona's Civil War era ban that fully criminalizes abortion.
Her office now tells KTAR a special session is no longer needed.
Because the appellate court already took care of it.
That a new 15-week ban on abortions takes precedence over the 1864 near total ban. KTAR eyes on the economy. The state's economy is still red hot as Democrat Hobbs takes over the governor's office.
2022, remarkable year for our economy, included Taiwan Semiconductor's announcement they will build a second plant in Phoenix and invest $40 billion. Economist Jim Brown sees a lot of opportunity moving forward.
Not just continuing what we've been doing in terms of bringing in the electric vehicle manufacturers, in terms of the semiconductor expansion. I think there's going to be interest in developing environmental technology.
And he also believes we'll see additional investments into our universities, which he said is critical to the state. Jim Cross, KTAR News.
They want to see stuff get done.
That is Arizona's Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Danny Seiden speaking about what business leaders want out of this legislative session, which starts Monday. It'll be the first in more than a decade that Arizona's had a Republican-controlled legislature and a Democrat as governor.
They're going to have their ideologies. Governor Hobbs.
Translation, ain't shit gonna get done.
No matter what, you have to govern. We have to pass the budget. We have to get a lot of these things done still.
Which includes being sure our state is ready for new projects and businesses, plus the thousands of jobs they're creating. Well, AAA says old man winter is causing a temporary price spike at the gas pumps. Today's Arizona statewide average up 5 cents to $3.42 a gallon.
Oh, should have topped off yesterday.
8 cents.
Oh, definitely should have topped off yesterday.
The family of a Phoenix man who died in Maricopa County Jail 2 years ago has filed a lawsuit. 31-year-old Akeem Terrell was taken into custody after refusing to leave a New Year's Day party in 2021. According to the lawsuit, up to 7 Phoenix police officers were on top of Terrell in a jail isolation cell, holding him down as they changed his handcuffs, leaving him motionless and face down on the floor. The suit also alleges that Phoenix police delayed summoning medical care for Terrell. Buffalo Bills safety DeMar.
That's pretty wild, because usually that's Maricopa County Sheriff's Office offers this job to physically abuse inmates. But anyway.
Electrical imbalance that causes the heart to stop, and he explains blunt force trauma can cause it.
Imagine a baseball hitting the chest in the heart area at exactly the wrong time that could, during the cardiac cycle in between heartbeats, that could actually trigger an arrhythmia.
Fernandez says long-term recovery depends on how quickly treatment can get the heart pumping.
Oversized truck on the left doesn't seem to understand he's in the passing lane.
6:38 now. After 3 more rounds of voting for a Speaker of the U.S. House today, Republicans still could not get to the 218 votes needed to elect Republican Congressman Kevin McCarthy.
Generally, I'm not one to pass on the right, but my God, if you're going to just hover in the left lane and not go,
take place tonight.
It's kind of what you get.
That the House adjourn until tomorrow afternoon. The House did vote to do just that amid all the chaos. Most of California is getting slammed by a strong storm from the Pacific. Pacific Ocean. One that some forecasters say could be like nothing seen in 30 years.
Rain is falling here, but the worst of the bomb cyclone or the atmospheric river is coming in. Predictions of extreme flooding, downed trees, power outages, and possible loss of life have Governor Gavin Newsom declaring a state of emergency. Office of Emergency Services Director Nancy Ward.
It's not going to take much to overwhelm communities.
Californians are being told to stay off the road.
Yeah, most of them are already overwhelmed by homeless people. Hello.
Los Angeles.
The man behind the college admissions bribery scandal.
Oh, so
42 months and 3
date
years
time.
of
It's
supervised release.
Wednesday,
That's the punishment for
January
Rick Singer,
4th.
so-called mastermind behind the
hell was
nation's
that
college
noise?
admissions cheating scandal that already snared 50
That was weird.
convictions. Singer helped scores of wealthy parents rig the admissions process for kids to
popped
get
in
into
my
Ivy League and other top-tier schools. Courtroom
Wednesday,
observers
January
saw Singer
4th,
filming his chair throughout the
2022.
sentencing hearing, but saw no reaction to the prison time and
6:39
supervision he was
p.m.
given.
I'm running
Among
a little
the
late
earlier
to work.
convictions, actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori
Which
Loughlin for paying
means
Singer
I'm
to
running
get their
way earlier
undeserving children
than I have
into
the last 2
college.
days.
Derek
So there's
Dennis,
that.
ABC News.
Coming up in just a few moments, there's another lawsuit that's stemming from the general election. We'll have details and check in.
No, not another
Yeah,
lawsuit.
Right home tonight. KTAR News Time is 6:40.
Strong values and strong opinions.
Yeah, I woke up on time, but just been definitely running on not enough sleep. Yeah, same thing. You know, I went to sleep shortly after getting home. Then woke up after just being asleep for probably 90 minutes, if that. And then couldn't get back to sleep for most of the day in spite of trying to get to sleep. Wow, this guy's passing on the right crazy fast. I don't know where he thinks he's going. Hurry up and get there. Hurry up and get in front of me to slam on his brakes, I guess.
Is the current real estate market scaring you?
Nah, I just don't give a shit anymore.
Continue to rent. Are we in?
I'm going to continue to rent.
This is Amy Patton with Waterstone Mortgage.
So,
Of keeping it real estate with Amy B. My 24 years in lending has positioned me perfectly to help.
So yeah, I'm not sure how much sleep what time I actually managed to fall back asleep, and how much sleep I actually managed to get. But I definitely feel it wasn't enough. Not overly drowsy or anything though, or I wouldn't be going in. Kind of curious where I'll end up working tonight. I'm really hoping. Really hoping that I just kind of get a chance to run. Get a chance to run. Run the north side tote unloading like an apartment again. That would be really cool. You know, where I'm basically got a newbie driver that I'm kind of pushing back and forth while I handle all the doors and then work on the other side that the newbie's not on, trying to go as quick as I can. Although I can do another day of inbound TDR. That would be pretty freaking cool too. I didn't expect there'd be this much traffic right here on I-10. And yeah, I totally went the long way around downtown. If you were paying attention, looking at the traffic view right before I started recording, there was a lot of congestion on I-10, pretty much from the short stack. As you can see, well, maybe you couldn't see it. I don't think I had my video started until after I was already onto the exit ramp, but yeah, just right on the approach to the short stack from the 202, the traffic was starting to get pretty bad. Yeah, looking at Google Traffic View, it looked pretty crappy all the way to about 19th Avenue. So this isn't too bad. Got a tiny bit of a slowdown coming out of the stack, but I always wonder when I do that, where it's like notably farther out of the way to go the wrong direction on I-10 down to I-17 and take the Durango curve back to I-10 and head out this direction. I always wonder if that actually saves me time, because it's notably longer, but as you saw, it was generally going at a pretty decent rate of speed. And you know, but how bad would the slow one go have been if I had stayed on the 10? I don't know. I do know this. I don't like stop and go traffic at all. So even if it didn't save me time, probably saved me some frustration. So my last video I was talking a bunch about just how last night from lunch on I was doing TDR for inbound fluid, and how it was particularly enjoyable because I was working with a couple of people that I've been working with and been somewhat friends with for damn near since I started working at Amazon, and how it kind of felt really good to come back into a section that I had got to the point where I just steadfastly refused to work in it, and come back into a position where I can't even really say I'm in a leadership role, but I'm just in a kind of a solitary do my own thing kind of self-directing kind of support role, and just really enjoyed it. I know I mentioned a while, not last video, but I know I mentioned recently that the guy who had been the main TDR guy when I started driving forklift and was primarily loading wood but occasionally unloading trucks in inbound, how I'd heard he got suspended. So I heard it's kind of different in I didn't really mention much about how I use the radio in that role in my video when I was on my way home yesterday morning, but basically I'm on two different channels on the radio, which is different. Really the first time that I've done that. And at one point I got on the wrong channel and was, actually a couple times I got on the wrong channel, I was saying things and I'm sure it was annoying to people that are supposed to be on that channel. But yeah, there's one channel that's for inbound, which is just, there's a lot of different things that happen in inbound, and it includes inbound where the PID lines are, where I want to say I originally primarily worked, and where I started, you know, where I kind of did the whole wood pallet thing, where I started doing originally started doing the forklift driving, and then and you know, where I water spider forever. It includes that and inbound fluid, and then channel, that's on channel 2, and then channel 14, which is specifically for inbound TDR, which is kind of wild to me that actually has enough radio traffic that it requires its own dedicated channel. And I quickly realized that being the inbound fluid TDR guy, that I've got to bounce back and forth between the two channels. I had a couple times I was trying to call out to Joe or to DJ on channel 14, and they're like, yeah, they're on channel 2. I'm like, thank you, sorry. Anyway, the thing that most threw me for a loop is that I heard them calling out the name of the person that was the main TDR person when I was driving forklift. You know, I started and was driving forklift for inbound. Initially just doing wood pallets, loading wood pallets, and then later alternating between that and unloading trucks. And since I heard them calling out his name, in fact, initially kind of confusing me with him, I thought, oh, the rumors I heard about him being suspended from TDR must be a rumor, because they're talking to him. There's his name, and I didn't realize until literally the very end of the night that wasn't him. That was another person with the same name. Which is pretty wild to me because it's not a common name. So,
Are you going to visit the border when you head down to Mexico?
I'm super curious what happened to him. At some point, I'm just gonna have to ask somebody. And so, yeah, third level relayed rumors is just not a good way to know what's going on. Of course, I could just mind my own business, but I don't know. Really like that guy, and I just haven't seen him for a while. I'm just kind of curious what's going on with that. I also find it interesting that Ariel had told me that you know, that a second violation of any kind in TDR equals that you're immediately completely fired from Amazon. I don't recall ever being told that from any. I don't recall that being mentioned in the training, or having been told that from management. But I was definitely directed to do some stuff in inbound fluid that didn't really follow the protocol that was taught in the class. So I trying to get my right shoe tied while I was at that red light. Didn't get it done. Ooh, that is not a good place to park. Oh, there's not even somebody in that vehicle. At least they're a part where they can be broken down or whatever, and not blocking the full lane of traffic. Not blocking the lane of traffic at all. Actually, this lane is extra wide. And it looks like I'm in the middle of the oh shit, I'm almost late for work traffic. Anything else happen interesting today? No, not for the most part. Just laid in bed, trying to get back to sleep, wasting time. That was pretty much my day. Did get some text messages and a phone call right as I was heading out the door from Priscilla, wanting to know if I was coming over for her place tomorrow night. I guess she wants to do sort of a date night. I probably should, but I don't know. I feel I'm still kind of miffed with the way Christmas weekend went and the way New Year's Eve weekend went. But she has offered to make dinner and wants to watch a movie and hoping there'll be some bedroom fun involved. Better be, god damn it. Got kind of an unexpected push through message from YouTube during my insomnia, trying to get to sleep. One of my, while I was just laying in bed trying to get back to sleep early afternoon. showing me that my older daughter is subscribed to my channel. I got a feeling that's going to end up getting awkward, but anyway. And on that note, I think I better wrap this up because it's 6:52 right now, and I'm really trying to get in the building and clock in on time. So thanks for coming with me on this drive. Amazingly, I made really good time, so that's a good thing.